Welcome to Western Perspective. I'm Maddie Lombardi. This week we present part 2 of the No Campaign's discussion regarding the Voice to Parliament investigation series. Pastoralist and Grazers Association of Western Australia President Tony Seabrook proposed alternatives for the Voice to Parliament with fundamental solutions of enhancing a better quality of life as a way of empowering First Nation communities. We bring you part 2 of the interview. I want to know, how does the No Campaign plan to engage and address the perspectives and concerns of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who support the establishment of an advisory body like the Voice to Parliament?
Well, this is the divisiveness that I said. They're going to divide the country when this is over. And the interesting thing is that the concept of a yes vote is virtuous. All the television stations, all the interviewers always put a virtue on being yes and a downside on being no. If you say no, I know you're on the bad side, you're on the dark side, half the population of Australia are highly likely to vote no. They don't have any voice. They're not getting the opportunity, like I am now, to actually explain why we want to vote no. And it's not racist. This is just a different view of a way forward. And when you consider the voice, Linda Burney is unrelenting in her call for the voice. The Indigenous population of Australia is represented by over 4% of the parliamentarians that are there, for a group of the population identifying as Indigenous of about 3.25%. So currently in this government they are overrepresented. How dare she say that they need further representation? I'd say she looks at her own people in Parliament and suggests to them that maybe we can do a whole lot better than we're doing, because they're there and they should be making a difference.
But my question was surrounding, how does the No Campaign put into the perspectives of people who are in the Indigenous communities who support that yes vote? So what is that kind of...
When you're in a dark place, it's often very hard to see the way forward, and this is being sold to people as a way forward. And I don't criticise them for feeling this might be the way forward, but all I can say to all of those people in those communities, for heaven's sake, white society exists all over the world, and the single thing that determines the wealth of those people and their lifestyle is their education. Without that education, you're doomed to continue the lifestyle you've got. And I'd suggest to anybody that's feeling as though they would like to vote yes, just focus on getting your kids a proper education. Give them the chance to join our society, because all of those, and many of them stolen, all of those that got an education are now in positions of incredible authority and power. But the thing that defines them as differently from the ones that were left out in the bush is just education. So
education in that sense, does that contribute to, I guess, more of a... for Aboriginal cultures who are wanting to contain their culture in that sense, will emerging through a white education in that sense contribute to that sort of erasure?
You need to be very careful that you don't allow a culture to hold you back. And people come to this country from all over the world, and they Judaism, Islam, Hindu, lots of people bring a whole lot of their culture with them, but they marry it together with all the other things they do in our society. The concept of living on country and the over-exaggeration of the value of culture will hold people back. It won't enhance the way they move forward. And it's being used in such a way that if you are against Indigenous culture, you are in the wrong place. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not. But throughout history, civilizations have replaced one another. It's happened for 20,000 years, and a new civilization builds itself on an old civilization. But you have to move forward. You can't go backwards.
Okay. And Tony, what are your thoughts on Australia establishing a treaty to recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander sovereignty?
It depends what's in the treaty. I think recognition is fine. It depends on what else gets squeezed into there. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. It depends exactly on how it's written.
That was PGA WA's Tony Seabrook. You can read our weekly premium news stories on the WAMN Extra News Club, supporting independent local news and keeping democracy strong. And now here's Leo Puglisi with what's coming up on 6 News Tonight.
Thanks, guys. On 6 News, Wagner forces now returning to Ukraine after a coup attempt ends in extraordinary circumstances. Volodymyr Zelensky says the rebellion shows chaos in Russia. And also making news, fresh reports Nationals leader David Littleproud could face a leadership spill. Watch live on our YouTube channel 24/7 and also head to our website 6newsau.com. For now, though, guys, it is back to you.
Thanks, Leo. And that's Western Perspective for this week. It's also my final presentation here on WAMN News. It's been a privilege to report for you. And thank you very much for your viewership every weekend. Until we cross paths again for the last time, it's back to you, Ivan and Melly.
Thanks, Maddie, for your hard work. And on behalf of our viewers, we say thank you.
And on behalf of our viewers, you'll be sorely missed. And of course, it's been an honour and a pleasure to work with you.
That's our weekly news and current affairs. We have the latest news on our website, wamnnews.com.au.
Don't forget to subscribe to the WAMN Extra News Club so we can continue our work in the community. Full details on wamnnews.com.au/news/extra. From Melly and myself, wish you good health, good night. See you next Sunday.
Thanks for watching.